The number of hospital beds in the sample of 20 hospitals is shown below. Construct a frequency distribution and a frequency histogram for the dataset using 5 classes. Describe the shape of the histogram as symmetric, uniform, negatively skewed, positively skewed, or none of these. So we got several things to do here. First thing we need to do is make a frequency distribution. Like, we can make StatCrunch to make the frequency table, but I'm wondering if they're going to make it using 5 classes. They just make it however they like. So let me try that first. I'm going to try to make it over here. If not, I can probably just come and do this by hand. All right, look. In data assignment 2, you guys did this. You use stat, tables, and there's frequency. This is how you can make frequency table. Okay, stat tables, frequency. And then tell them everything is in var 1. And I wonder, because all they want is frequency, right? I wonder if there's a way for me to, all right, let me not click on anything and I'll just go ahead and compute it and see if we have 5 classes. If not, I'll come back to this screen and then change some settings, okay? Oh no, it did not make 5 classes, more like 50 classes. There's too many classes. So I'll go back over here and then do some editing here, okay? Let's see. Bin numerical values. I'll tell them to start at, what's the smallest number? 130. I don't know, I'm just trying it. 130. And the width, I want them to have a width of 5, okay? Oh, no, not a width of 5. It goes from 130 to 304, right? So hold on. But the width right here. So if you see, this first class starts at 130. The second class starts at 165. So if I want to find the width, I can do 165, this lower boundary, minus the first lower boundary of 130. So the width must be 35. Okay, so I'll say the width is 35, and then I'm going to click on compute. And this matches somewhat of what they got. StatCrunch, they just list the upper class and the lower class the same, but that's okay. This should work. So what I did was, I'll start from beginning, okay? Look, I click on this button and I open the data set in StatCrunch because I don't want to do this by hand, okay? I'm just going to go ahead and say, hey, stat table, make a frequency table, okay? And I say everything is in var 1. And I just want frequency, really. I don't really need relative frequency, so I just click on frequency. But we're going to have to, because they have a special request here, if you read. They said use 5 classes, okay? So they want you to match this one. So what I said was, okay, I can see this first class starts with 130. So I'm going to say start at 130. But to get to the next class, how many did we go up from 130 to 165? Where's my calculator? That's when I type in 165 minus 130. 165 minus 130. So grab any 2 consecutive lower bounds and then subtract them. The width is 35. And I'll get the same number if I do 270 minus 235 or 235 minus 200. The width is going to be 35. And you read about how to find these width in 2.1. So 35 for the width. And that's the only thing that I changed. And I'm going to compute it. Ta-da! Here's the table. And all I'm going to do is just copy these numbers. Frequency goes from 8, 5, 3, 3, and 1. That's good. All right. So which table looks like, it starts high, right? And it goes to 5, 3, 3, 1. So we're going to have tall bar on the left. It's going to go down to 5. It's going to go down to 3, 3. And it's going to end at 1. So which graph has that? I think it's this one right here because it starts at 8, go to 5, goes to 3, 3, and ends at 1. So the picture is D. This is skewed to the right. You see, we have a longer tail to the right. So this is called right skewed, but I think they called it positively or negatively skewed. For this one, the tail is to the right side. This is called positively skewed. Okay, when the tail is to the right, is positively skewed. So say that the histogram is positively skewed because the right tail is longer than the left tail. If you take a look at this picture for me, completely unrelated, see, the tail is longer to the left, right? So if you ever see a graph like that, you will say this is negatively skewed or skewed to the left, okay? Is where the tail goes. But that's it for this question. So another very great question, because I wanted to show you how you can make that frequency distribution or frequency table using StatCrunch. We just had to change the option a little bit. We had to tell them where to stop and how wide we want it to be to make sure that we have 5 classes like they ask us to. But that is it for question number 16 on section 2.3 homework.